I'm excited to share with you today my porridge pie crust. It began 3 days ago. I was making porridge. I saw consistency that could maybe turn into a crust, and voila, here we are. Hello, my name is Leanne Fox, and the only ingredient you're gonna weigh in this recipe is actually the oats. And I suggest that you put it directly into your saucepan. So I'm gonna put my saucepan directly onto my scale and just measure out my oats. These are steel cut organic oats. So right there, got that, and then I can turn that off. It's literally the only thing you're gonna weigh. After that, the only thing I'm adding is actually my health punch and my flavor punch. So in this case, I use chia seeds. And as you know, I use flax seeds. Just remember, flax seeds can be stored at room temperature. I just keep them on the counter, nice and handy. And here I've already pre-ground them in my coffee grinder. After that, the other thing I researched a little is, now this is only regarding Ceylon True Cinnamon, is not to have more than 2.5 teaspoons per day. So I've actually reduced the amount that I'm eating now. So I'm using a 1/2 tablespoon in this recipe. I always love my pure vanilla extract for a little flavoring. Again, this is all going directly into my saucepan. Now, sort of just to speed up this process, I've already preheated my stovetop. I'm already preheated my water, which is just gonna be a 1/2 cup. So this is important. You're only gonna add a 1/2 cup of water, not the typical about 1 cup of water for the approximate 1/4 cup of oats. So after that, all I do is, oh, excuse me, I need my, just wanna go ahead and mix that all together. So this is all the ingredients just put in together all at once, and I'm gonna put that directly onto my stovetop. This is actually going to take less than 2 minutes. So I've set my timer for a 2-minute cook. So I've got it set on medium heat. And additionally, I've got my oven set to 350 because these are going to bake for 30 minutes at a 350-degree oven. So I'm gonna show you the consistency. I've already prepared one. So again, I use parchment paper. I like to just take a bunch of extra ones. I pre-cut them up, that way they're just ready to go, right? And I've put my parchment paper on. I cut the edges off. I'm always concerned if they're sticking up too high, potentially, like with the elements of the top of the oven, if they would go on fire or anything. So I just pre-cut those, have them ready to go. So this one here, nice and, yeah, it's full. And it just turns out so nice. It's actually a pretty cool consistency. So I have another one ready here to show you. It actually kind of came out like in a bowl. Sorry. I don't know if you can sort of see the consistency here. I can pick it up. It literally is like a ball of dough, which to me is a little crazy because really, you saw the ingredients. There's no flour, there's no sugar, there's nothing binding, there's no eggs, anything. So literally you can use either your hands. I've added a little bit of grease to my spatula here. To me, that just makes it a little easier. I should show you. I'd like to see if you can see how this goes. It's kind of a little bit, the consistency is a little rubbery-ish, which is great because it actually means it spreads really easy. Now, I don't know if you need to use oil or not. I personally did pre-grease my parchment paper. I'm just gonna show you what I use. I'm really picky about the oils that I eat. And this one here, what it is, it's organic virgin coconut oil that is both, sorry, there goes my timer, so it's ready to go, is cold pressed and, it's unrefined and cold pressed. Those are the important things. All right. So this one is all ready. Oh, gotta turn my timer off. Here, I'm gonna just show you the consistency here. So you can see, all it is really cooking out that water, right? So, just to make it kind of gluey-ish, that's the consistency you're going for. You don't want too much water in it because the more water in there, the more it has to bake out, the longer it would have to bake, right? So this is where literally I'm just gonna take my spatula, and you can see the consistency here as it pours out onto the paper. Oh, and there she goes. But that's okay, because it's like literally, it's such a bizarre sort of consistency that it's okay even though it's spilled over. You're getting me the non-professional. This is really funny actually. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we go. This is real life, right? This is what happens in real life. We've all, if any of you who raised kids, there's always things that are going on. So, and this is just my faux pas, and that's just fine. I'm not perfect, I'm not trying to be. So, and this is just, this one's nice and warm, so it's, this will just show you how literally, how quick it spreads. So you can kind of falling off the plate. So again, I don't know if you have to use that oil. This one really spread really nice. And again, like, well, you saw it, it spilled right here, right onto my counter. I was just able to pick it right up, put it back in the pan. How easy is that? And they're ready to pop into the oven. And this was the base of my new, amazingly tasting, I have to tell you, that coconut cream berry lemon pie. So I still have to post the recipe for that. And this is the beginning of it. So this is step one. Now, I personally suggest that you make probably at least 3 or 4 of these. You got the oven turned on anyway. It really doesn't take long. You can see here, this did not take long to put together. So make a few up at a time because these would freeze up great. And trust me, you're gonna wanna have some extra on hand. So I'm just gonna pop these in the oven and there we go. Set my timer for 30 minutes. And I'll have 3 pie plates or 3 pies ready to go. So remember, this is porridge pie crust. It's kind of a weird name, but literally that's how it started. And that's it. Use all fantastic whole ingredients. There's no flour, there's no sugar, there's not even dairy or eggs in it. So again, this could be for a vegetarian or a vegan. And that's that. In this case, I use boiling water just to speed up the process, but you don't need to use boiling water. Just make sure again that you use a ½ cup for your just less than an ounce, or sorry, your 1 ounce of oats serving, because after that, literally, it's just, again, that health punch and flavor punch. Thank you guys for listening again and putting up with all the faux pas, but that's life. Take care, and hey, also in regards to watching the video, if you can send or hit that like button below and even leave a comment, that would be fantastic. Take care.